Welcome back! Today we have, what if Deku had voice manipulation quirk? He was hated by his family for being born quirkless and becomes a vigilante. Shout out to Chimera_Agarian for this awesome story. And let's start this ride.
Me, yeah. Nezu. Okay, then tell me, where were you yesterday night? Me, IHM. I went out on patrol since I couldn't sleep, and you won't believe who I saved. Nezu, you know nothing surprises me anyone after knowing you. You are basically an enigma that not even I can solve. Me, I met Tuya Todoroki and he is now part of the LOV. Nezu, I don't know if that is a good thing or not, but since the LOV is in your hand and they listen to you, don't they? Me, they do. They are only acting upon my orders. Nezu, well, that was all I wanted to know. Me, Nezu, can I ask you a question or two? Nezu, sure. Me, is it true? I mean, what happened to Tenya Ida's brother? Nezu, it is unfortunately. Me, I see. Nezu, also since the sports festival is over, you all are supposed to be interning by a hero agency. I talk thing over and you will be with Hawks and Shinso. Me, really? Nezu, yes. It will start next week, but you are with him. Me, yes. Thanks, Dadzu. Nezu, now what was your other question? Me, oh yeah, how is the hero commission going along? Nezu, it is going well. I managed to get some heroes to back down from their hero position based on what evidence you gave me, and as far as I can tell, there are only heroes around that truly are helpful and do something for the society. Well, everyone besides All Might. I can't get him down that easy, he has the position of number 1 after all. Me, well, I got number 2 down quite easily, no? Nezu, you did, and the fact that he had so much collateral damages on his accord was also helpful. Me, I see. So with other words, I need to find another way to get All Might down, right? Nezu, unfortunately, yes. But know this. Whatever happens, I will always have your back. Me, thanks. With that, I left the room and went back to the classroom. I knew thanks to Nezu that the rumors about Ingenium were true, and if that was the case, I was sure that Ida was about to something really stupid very soon. I waited for the lunch break and went to his side to talk to him. Me, hey Tenya, I want to speak with you for a moment if you don't mind it. Ida, no, what can I do for you, Izuku? Me, I heard from Nezu what happened to your brother, but let me give you a piece of advice. Do not go after Stain. You have no chance against him. Not only is that stupid, but your judgments would be also clouded by rage, and that is not hero-like. Ida, I understand. Me, now I want you to promise me that if you do go after him, you will not be alone. Ida, Izuku, me. Look, I know I can't stop you, but I can at least care for my friends, and I know that you will go after him. I would do the same, but I also know him personally, and I know that you don't stand a chance against him, nor does he care. On top of that, the moment he knows why you are going after him, he will label you as a fake hero. So please don't go after him, and especially not alone. Ida, I understand. Me, do you? Ida, yes. Me, to be quite honest, you don't look that way. Ida, thank you for your concern, Izuku, but I am fine. Me, all right. This was only a warning. It's up to you if you want to listen to it or not. With that, I left him alone and went to the table where Hawks and Toshi were. We would always eat together. Hawks, what did you need from him? Me, oh, you know Ingenium? Hawks, yeah, me. That's his younger brother Tenya. Hawks, oh, I hope he doesn't do anything stupid. Me, I hope so too, but I know he will. Hitoshi, should I brainwash him? Me, no. He needs to learn this lesson on his own. Time skip brought to you by Izuku following Ida while being an intern for Hawks. I was currently an intern for Hawks. It was my 3rd day and I asked Hawks for his special approval that I could go on my own. Naturally, he didn't want to let me go since he wanted to spend some quality time with me. Same goes for Toshi, but a friend and our classmate was in danger, so how could I just stay there and enjoy life together with them? Took me some time, but I managed to get my point through to them, and they began helping me to look after Ida. It was currently my turn to look after him when I got a notification from Hawks that they won't be able to do it with me, since there was a group attack launched against various heroes, and they needed to help them capture the villains. So it was on me to follow him, and not even 15 minutes of following him, I saw him attacking Stain. Oh, come on, you should have better listened to my advice. I was on the rooftop and watched Stain cutting his leg and licking the blood. Now he's dead. Stain, you are such a fool, you fake hero. Revenge is not something a hero should think of. Me, How very true. I had my siren costume on, and it was also my new hero costume since the police didn't even know how I looked like I was good. Stain looked up to me, and that is the moment when I decided to make an entrance and jump down of the building's rooftop right in front of Tenya. Tenya, Izuku run. Me, long time no see. Stain, indeed. Siren, Tenya. Huh, me. Can I ask you to forgive him? Stain. Who? Him? He is a fake hero. Me, I disagree, he is not. Stain, revenge is no way of a hero. Me, I agree in that point, and I also warned him, but he didn't listen. But everyone makes a mistake, so I want to ask you to give him a second chance. Stain, second chances are not my style, Siren, and you know that. Me, true. Then how about a duel? If I win, you let us go and listen to the offer I have. Stain, and if you lose, me, you decide. Stain, then I will kill this one and you will get my protege. Me, deal. Tenya. HUH. Me. Oh, chill out. Stain, he's right. Watch and learn, fake hero. Me. So how long is it now that you are begging me to fight you? Stain. Too long, and I am happy I finally get the chance. Me. Don't hold back. Stain. Oh, I won't. I want you. With that, he charged at me and I went straight for him. Me. You know, having a huge sword is not fair against an opponent without any weapons. I ducked the first strike and made sure to hit the weapon out of his hands up into the air. It was his beloved katana. The moment it was out of his hands, he took his hiding knives in both of his hands and charged right again. The sword was still up in the air, and I couldn't let go of the opportunity and made a couple of backflips until I was in the right position and pushed myself up into the air, catching the knife in midair and landing with it in my hands. Stain. Impressive. Me. Thanks. Now we were even. I had a sword, he had knives. At first we fought each other on the ground, but at some point he began backing away from me. What I didn't manage to see was the trap he laid in front of me. I was too focused on not giving him an opportunity to go against Ida and shielding his every way to go past me. Now thinking that it was a good opportunity, one began charging at him, but he managed to not only evade my strike but also grace me with his knife, cutting me slightly. Stain. Looks like the battle is over, Siren. Looking at him, I saw how he licked the blade and I could immediately feel the effect. Shit, I was careless. Me. Quirk disable. Thanks to my quirk, I could easily break his quirk's effect and stood up. Stain. How? Me. You forgot my quirk. Stain. Stain. Looks like I have clearly misjudged you. As I was slowly standing up and reading the blade in my hand to charge at him again, he jumped and swiftly climbed the wall up to the roof. Stain. I think this is a better stage, don't you think, Siren? Me, it is. I quickly followed his lead, and once I was up, we immediately began dancing together in a dance full of blades. I dodged, attacked, defended myself, and while I was doing that, I was also on the edge of the building pushing him back. Our speed was incredible, but it was nothing for us two. As we were focused in our battle, none of us both saw the drone or the media that was airing our battle into the news. All we cared was to make the other give up the battle. Now, here is my chance. I saw an opening in his defense and used it while he was swinging his blades at me full force. Dodging the attack, I sidestepped him and went out of his field of vision. Next, I kicked him to the ground and made sure that he lost his weapons out of his hands, and last but not least, I had his own katana placed against his neck while he was kneeling in front of me. Me. Game over. Stain. Stain. Good match. What a splendid opponent you are, Siren. Me, thanks. Stain. Now what did you want to offer me? That was the moment I looked around us and saw the drone. Me, not here. Threw me off the building, and we will meet at the abandoned building we first met. Stain. Understand. I began walking in front of him and gave him an opportunity to take out a couple of his throwing knives. He immediately took it and threw them at me. Thanks to my extreme reflexes as Siren and one for all's danger sense, I could safely dodge all of them. Stain, however, was gone the moment I was back on my feet. Not wasting any more minute, I jumped down of the building and went to Ida's side. He, however, was not alone anymore. Aizawa was there too. Aizawa, you let him go intentionally. Me, deal was deal. I never go back on my words. Aizawa. That's okay, but what will you do about the media? Me, Aizawa. They now know that you are Siren. Me, oh shit. I haven't thought about it. Aizawa. Sigh. Me. Do I need to do something? I mean, the citizens are all on my side anyways. Aizawa. We will talk about this later with Nezu. Me. I understand. Aizawa, you did good, kitten. Me. Thanks, Caterpillar. I watched him help Ida get medical attention and I had someone waiting for me. Yo. Caterpillar, I need to leave right now. Aizawa. Take care. I couldn't believe that he would simply let me go just like that, but it was probably because of the media and the other heroes that were now around us. Once I managed to get out of there, I immediately went to the abandoned building where I met Stain the first time, and sure enough, he was waiting there for me. Me, Stain. Stain, Siren. Me, so should we go right to the business? Stain, sure kid. Me, so here is what I have to offer you. As you know, I am now officially a hero in training while also being the same old vigilante. But what you don't know is that I also am leading the new hero commission together with my dad Nezu, and I am also behind the League of Villains, or short LOV. Stain. Sounds like you are busy. Me. I am, and I wanted to ask you to join the LOV. Stain. You want me to join them? Why? Me. For one, I know everything about any hero, and I would provide you with all the information and also give you the okay to hunt some down. On top of that, no hero would go against you or chase you anymore. So basically more freedom. Stain. That sounds too good to be true. Me. You know me and you know that I don't lie.
Stain. Ida.
Me. So what do you say, Stain? I am in. Me. Great to hear that. On that note, do you know where they are? Stain. Of course I know where they are. Me. Okay, great. Oh, and go ahead and scare them a little bit, but don't forget to tell them that I send you. Tell them my real name and they will know that I send you. Stain. Your real name? Me. Yes. I am Izuku. Nice to meet you. Just tell them Izuku send you and they know. Stain, alright kid. Till next time. Oh, and I can't wait to spare with you again. He was about to leave if not for me calling out to him. Me. Stain, wait up. Your sword. Stain, nah. Keep it. I will get my hands on another one. You earned it. Me. Okay. With that, he ran away and I went back home to Hawks. The new LOV. Third POV. While Stain was on his way to the LOV's hideout, he was thinking about what Siren has told him. Stain. I am allowed to scare them. For Stain, it was clear that Siren wanted a little bit of fun, but at the same time, he also wanted to let them know that even if he was on top of LOV and also leading the hero commission, there was still a chance of them being attacked and that they need to be cautious at all time. Well, that was at least what Stain thought. In reality, however, Izuku just wanted to have some fun, and he knew that he would hear from Toga what happened. Now, as to how Stain knew where the LOV is. It was not hard for an ex-vigilante and villain to know his way around town. Needless to say, the action Tamura took to gather all the villains for the USJ incident was not unheard. And that was how Stain knew where the LOV's hideout was. All he did was listening to all the rumors and then check if they are correct. He never knew when an organization went after him, and so he made sure to know the location and the deal of every single one of them, but he somehow missed the information that the LOV was connected to Siren. Impressed, that was what Stain was. Izuku's skill in leading and hiding information was too good for his age. Now, after running and jumping from roof to roof, he finally arrived at his destination. He went straight to the rooftop door and lock-picked it. Next thing, he went in and slowly began searching for the members. First room he checked was empty, but what he found laying there was more than what he imagined. There on the bed were a couple of knives, and so he went ahead and picked them all up and went behind the door after hearing someone approaching him. It was Toga's room, and the poor girl had no idea what was about to happen to her. She came into the room as if nothing happened, but once she saw that her beloved knives were gone, she immediately looked below the bed and on the table, never even once turned around to face Stain. Stain, you searching for this? After Stain said that, Toga jumped and turned around. The sudden voice clearly startled her. Toga. Oh yeah, thanks. She was about to approach Stain if not for him pinning her to the wall with her very own knives.
Toga.
He then went to her side and used his quirk on her. Toga. AWW, all the beautiful blood. Stain, I agree. It is very beautiful on you. Toga. Aw, thanks. Stain, Izuku send me here. Toga. Zuzu did? Stain, yeah. I am the new recruit.
Toga. Oh, welcome aboard.
Stain. Can you sit still or do I need to put something in your mouth?
Toga.
Stain, good. Izuku told me I am free to test you and you failed.
Toga. Arg. No. Let us do a redo.
Stain. In real life, there are no redos. With that, Stain left the room and went downstairs. It was the bar area and he could tell that all the reminding members are there. Now all he needed to do was go and paralyze everyone and he won. Easy peasy, right? So here is what Stain did. He entered the room as if he owned it and sat there on the counter. Stain, do you have some Vine? Kurogiri, white or red? Stain, blood red if you have. Kurogiri, one moment please. While he was ordering his Vine, Dabi looked at Stain perplexed while Tamura was too busy playing his game. Dabi, what the fuck are you doing here? And without even turning around, Stain threw his knife at Dabi. The knife was thrown in a way that every dumbass could have caught it. Dabi, yeah, nice try. Needless to say, Dabi fall for the trick and caught it with his hand, cutting himself. He then went to the counter and nearly stabbed Stain's hand to the desk. Dabi, I think this slipped your hand. Stain, oh really now? All Stain did was take the knife, lick it, and Dabi was on the ground, completely out of the game. Stain, I really hoped that the almighty Dabi, a Todoroki by blood and a little bit trained by Endeavor himself, would see the trap. You have much to learn, Dabi. I lived several years on my own. Thank you very much. I don't think I need to learn anymore. Stain, oh really now? Dabi, yes. Stain, then why were you tricked now? Haven't you learned anything? I thought that you did a lot of jobs for the villains. I even heard that if you need anything, one should go to you. From stealing, delivering to torturing. Dabi, that was my past. Stain, let me guess, Siren saved you? Dabi, how? Stain, whispering, Izuku send me himself. He then looked up to Kurogiri, took his Vine glass, and went to Shigaraki, who was way into his game to even realize what was happening around him. Stain, what's up with that kid? Kurogiri, you could stab him and he wouldn't care as long as he wouldn't loose. Stain, where is the fucking FI switch? Kurogiri, right here. Mamajiri then pointed to the wall and to the box hanging there that was in charge of the electricity in the house. Stain, do you mind? Kurogiri, nope. Stain went to the box and turned the electricity down. Naturally, the game crashed and Shigaraki immediately jumped up and turned around. Shigaraki, who of you fuckers wanna die? However, it was already too late and Stain was already standing behind him, slightly cutting his neck and licking it. Kurogiri, I guess it is my turn now.
Stan? No.
Don't bother. You gave me such exquisite Vine. Shigaraki, what the fuck do you even want here? Stain, Izuku sent me here and this was a test. You all failed right now. Shigaraki, Izuku did? Dabi, what's up with the test? Kurogiri, that doesn't sound like Izuku. Dabi, wait, where is Toga? Stain, hanging on the wall in her room. Shigaraki, what did Izuku tell you? Stain, he told me I was free to scare you guys. Dabi, you son of a bitch. He literally meant to scare us and not to test us. Shigaraki, thanks to you I lost all my data and I was on the last level. Stain, welp, it can't be help. I am here to shape you guys up. Kurogiri, welcome and don't get overboard with them. Stain, oh I won't. Dabi, that's a motherfucking lie. Shigaraki, if this helps our Titan then so be it. Stain, Titan? Kurogiri, he calls Siren a Titan. Stain, oh. Well, I am the new member and nothing will happen to you guys on my watch. After that, and after the effect of Stain's quirk wore off, all the LOV members gathers in the bar and began sharing their information about Izuku and how they met him. At the end, everyone was grateful to him and would do anything for him. It turned out that both Toga and Dabi got themselves into a black hole and both were spiraling down, drowning in their emotions and lost all motivation to live any longer. And that's when Izuku found them. One last goal. A couple of weeks passed by after the Stain incident and I was glad that I could have hired him more or less into my own league of villains. What he did, however, was hilarious for me. I went to them and Kurogiri told me everything. I found very funny for Stain to be like, can I get a Vine, and then attack them. It's so not his method, and I never thought that he would like Vine as much as Kurogiri. Now I can officially say that Kurogiri is the mom of the group, aka Mamajiri, and Stain is the dad. It just looked like this for me. I was happy to see that they are all coming along just well. From time to time, I would also visit All for One. The poor guy was still in the hospital bed, and I tried to heal him a couple of times with Chio's quirk that I copied without her knowledge. I need to say his conditions are way better than when we first met, but I will need to try more to get him fully healed. All of creation was just like that. I could take, recreate, and copy other quirks beside the quirks that were already stored in All for One and the collected quirks from One for All and my own quirk. Since I was to regularly see Recovery Girl, I took the initiative and just went ahead and copied her quirk the moment she used it on me, which was quite a lot. It was never something serious, but she insisted that she needed to heal even the slightest wound I have. Just don't ask how I got them. I mean, they are all from training and from my carelessness. I mean, who the heck walks into a random door and managed to hurt himself on a chair? Let's just say the chair was after my life. Yeah, that sounds good. After my exposal to be Siren, the media was surrounding UA. Everyone wanted to have an interview with me, and not All Might, and to be honest, I could see how jealous he was. He screamed at me and began targeting me outside of school. But hey, it's not like I had his quirk, but something needed to be done against him. He was the only thing left I needed to get rid of in order to be the #1 and in order to shape the Hero Society in a better way. Changes could be seen everywhere after me and Nezu began to govern over the Hero Commission. People were getting treated better, and not only that, but the crime rate dropped completely in this city. It's like we nearly don't have any. You see, if villains are treated equally to citizens based on what they did, then the crime rate drops. That, and because they all know me. They know how I deal with them. Everyone knows me for my second chances and for my understanding nature. I would even go so far and help some of them. What should I say? Not every villain is a true villain, and no villain was born as a villain. I was currently out to go to the LOV and talk with them. All Might was getting on my nerves. He was destroying everything I built up so far. He not only treated the victims poorly, no, he also nearly killed every single goddamn villain, not matter if they just robbed a store or the bank or tried to kill some people. They were all treated equally as pesticides, and I hated that. It was time to change something. Since everyone now knew that I was Siren, the police wanted to arrest me, but funny enough, every citizens demonstrated against them, and so I was free of any charges, and with that, I was now able to walk around outside in my Siren costume in broad daylight. I was currently running and jumping from roof to roof until I landed on the LOV building. It was still an abandoned D building, but it was stable, and they got everything they need that I would always make sure, and some vine on top of that for Stain and Kurogiri. I opened the rooftop door and went inside. Walking down the stairs, I could hear that they all were gathered together in the bar and enjoying their time together. Me. Hey guys, I am back. Just like that, I entered the bar too and was immediately tackled with a hug from Toga. Toga. Welcome back, Zuzu. Shiggy. Hey Titan. Dabi. Welcome back.
Stan, yo, Keith.
Welcome back. Kurogiri. Welcome back. Me. So what are you guys doing? Shiggy. Come play this game with me. Toga. No, come and have a look at my beauties. Dabi. Leave him alone. You want to watch a movie together? Stain. If none of you shuts up, I will add another training session for today. Toga. NHH, no more of these hellish training sessions. He's a monster, Zuzu. Help us. She was clinging to me and begging me with her eyes to save them. I can only imagine how brutal Stain's lesson can get. Knowing how good he is and how hard-working he is too, there was no doubt in my mind that he would go beyond their capacity and train them till they are dead tired every day. Me. Okay, how about this? I have a mission for all of you guys. Toga. Mission. Yay, mission. Stain. Stop clinging to him and let him enter the room completely. Kurogiri. Stain is right. Let him come here and sit down. Me, thanks. Once Toga heard that she stopped hugging and clinging to me, thanks to that I was able to go to the counter and take a seat there. Kurogiri immediately gave me a coup of iced tea and I thanked him once again. Dabi and the others came also to the table. Dabi. What's the deal? Me, All Might. Stain. He looks like a true hero to me. Me. Oh, he is not. Shigaraki. Definitely not. Stain. Explain so that I can understand. Me, you see, All Might hates quirkless people even though he was once quirkless too. I know for a fact that he doesn't save kids that are quirkless or have a weak quirk. He also crushed the dream of a quirkless kid once and the kid committed soon after. Dabi. That's dark. Me, well, it was 13-year-old boy that was saved by him and he then hung to the hero while he was jumping up in the air. I followed them only to find the hero landing on a roof with the kid. All the kid wanted to know was if a quirkless kid can be a hero, and if you ask me, anyone can be a hero if they want it. Some will need a lot more training than others, but it is possible. Stain. I agree on that part. Me, well, anyways, he told him that he couldn't be one and that he regretted saving the kid. But that was not all. He left the kid alone on the rooftop. After that, the kid jumped to his death. Shigaraki. I knew that the number 1 was fake and a cheater, but I never thought that he would be a wolf in sheep's cloth. Me, I had my own fair share with him, but more importantly, he is destroying everything I am building up right now.
Toga. HM?
Me, you guys know that I am behind the hero commission and all. Stain. Of course we know that since you let me slaughter the fake once as much as I want. Me, well, there is this new rule for every hero. They are no longer allowed to harm villains as much as they did in the past. Villains are, after all, people too, and they have a past too. So I thought as long as the villain doesn't fight back much, there is no need for more violence than necessary, but All Might nearly kills every single one of them no matter what they did. Kurogiri. Is this connected to the recent burglar event? Me, yes. Dabi. So they got them? Me, yeah, but they were all in a bad shape and a lot of them will have some kind of injury that is not healable. Stain, I see. So I was worshipping the wrong hero. Shigaraki. You are an idiot after all. Stain, watch it. Kurogiri. I assume you already have a plan for getting rid of him. Me, yeah. I know for a fact that there will be some exams coming up, and after that Class 1A and Class 1B will go to a training area. They call it camping, but I know it better since it's the wild pussycats territory. Anyways, I know from Nezu that Vlad King and All Might will be there, as well as Hawks, Eraserhead, Mike, the pussycats for obvious reasons, and I also heard that there will be 3 more heroes. I still don't know who exactly, but it will be the perfect opportunity to get rid of him in one way or another. Dabi, sounds solid to me. Me. So here is what I want you to do. Welcome to the support class. After I told them my plan, they all agree that it was a good one and they were in. Now all that there was left were the preparations, meaning new costumes and weapons for them. With that in mind, I went back to UA and straight to my dad. So what should I tell him? Do I tell him about my plan, or only that I need some weapons and costumes designed after some blueprints? He will find out either way. If he asks, then I will tell him, if not, then not. Once I was in front of the room, I knocked on the door and entered. Me, Dadzu, I have a request. Nezu. Oh, Isa, my child, what is it? What can I do for you? Shall I conquer the world for you? Is it finally that time? Me, no, and it's already going on. At least the land, not the world. Nezu. Indeed. The hero commissions rules this land, and since it's in our hand, we do that. Me, yep, but that is not why I am here. Nezu, you wanted something from me. Me, yeah, I wanted to ask if it would be all right for me to get some new weapons and costumes for the LOV. Nezu, the LOV, you say. You have a new plan, don't you? His eyes began glittering dangerously, and I knew what this was all about. He was curious, and he wouldn't rest until he found out about it. Me. I do, but do you really want me to spoiler the surprise? Nezu. It still will be a surprise to see the outcome now. Come on, and be a good boy and share some information with your dad. Me, okay. Nezu, huh? Me, Nezu. I didn't think you would give up that fast. Me, well, I didn't intend to hide it from you in the first place. Nezu, I see. Me. So I wanted to get rid of All Might, and the LOV will help me. Nezu. That is a brilliant idea. Me. So I can get some costumes, right? Nezu. Why, of course. Do you have a blueprint already? Me, kinda. I have some rough drawing, but nothing more. Nezu. Can I see them? Me, sure. I brought out my notebook and gave it to him. Nezu. Rough you say, but all I see are brilliant ideas. Power Loader will love these. Me, I hope so. Nezu. Now then, shall we go to him and ask him to do these? Me. Isn't he in class right now? Nezu. Don't you have class too? Me, touche. Nezu. Did you sneak out, or does Izawa know? Me. Sneaked out, but I told Toshi where I would be heading. Nezu. Okay, then there is nothing to worry about. Let's go to Power Loader. Just like that, we went to the support classroom and entered. Power Loader. What are you guys doing here? Nezu. Oh, we just have some blueprints for you to design. I also think that it would be a splendid idea to let your class work on these too. They, after all, created the hero's costume. Power Loader. Let me see them first. Nezu handed him my sketchbook. Power Loader. Who did that? Nezu, my son here. Power Loader. Guys. I will be giving you some blueprints. Whoever managed to recreate these first doesn't need to take the exam next week. Power Loader. Oh, and Izuku. How about you introduce yourself while I give them your designs? Me, sure. Hello. My name is Izuku Midoriya, also known as Siren. I am from Class 1A Hero Course. I am May. OMG, did you design your costume on your own? Me, originally yes, but since I am here, Nezu gave my design to Power Loader and he improved it. Thanks, Power Loader. May, you are a genius. Let me show you some of my babies. Me, babies? Power Loader. That's how we call our inventions here. They are made from our herd and soul. Me, okay. With that, she showed me a couple of designs and I told her some improvements that I immediately saw. Power Loader, you have a good eye there, Izuku. If you didn't tell her that this was wrong, the whole thing would have exploded again. Me, well, explosions are fun if you ask me. May, right? Nezu, only if they are outside of a building or in the test ground. Power Loader. I agree on that one. It's such a bother to clean up the mess afterward.
May, sorry.
Power Loader. Now then, let's go to work. May, let's talk again after we are finished here. Me, I would love to. And so Power Loader began to put his students in groups and let them work on a weapon or a costume. In the end of the day, I had costumes that looked identical to the LOVs but are modified for them. In short, they are in a way better quality and are fire, acid, water, and electricity proof. On top of that, they were made out of a material that made cutting through them extremely hard, and they were also shock absorbing to a certain degree. Now to the weapons. For Toga, I let them make these knives that are nearly unbreakable. I also got her some poisons that she could put into the handle of the knife. When she did that and pressed a button, the whole blade will be covered in that. The poison itself is not lethal, but it hurts like hell, and on top of that, I also gave her some penalization liquid that wears off after an hour. Since Stain gave me his sword, I was set on making him one that looks epic, and so the team made him one that is ultra-light and could cut through basically anything like butter. Not only that, but it was easy to swing, and with that, I was sure his attacks could be faster. I knew Dobby, and I also knew that he barely uses any weapons, but I wanted to make sure that he also got something on him to defend himself if he was not able to use his quirk, and so I made him some throwing knives that could withstand any heat and also be covered in his blue flames without a problem. I had an old-style gun for Kurogiri because he looked like he likes this stuff. Now for Shiggy, I didn't have anything since he basically can't really hold a thing without destroying it, and on top of that, he didn't know how to handle any kind of weapons besides some knives. I was also rather sure that he hated to use them. After I got these weapons ready, I let Lucifer teleport them to the LOV base with a note that told them what weapons was for whom, and I also told Stain to let them train with these weapons to be ready. Welcome to our territory. The exam was finally over and all of were currently in the bus to the Wild Wild Pussycats territory. I was sitting beside Toshi and Bakugo. Normally Hawks would be next to me, but he insisted that he would fly there. Bakugo, I can't believe we need to participate in something so stupid. Me, you know Kakin, this is not a camp but a training session. Toshi, no way, do you know more than we do, Izu? Me, come on, when was the last time you saw the caterpillar smile like that? Toshi, that was his quirk apprehensive test. Oh, he will put us in some kind of hellish training, won't he? Me, totally. Bakugo, I fucking knew it. There was no freaking way that we would go to a camp with that guy. Me, true, and do you even know where we are? Bakugo, no, is it important? Toshi, aren't we in the Wild Wild Pussycats private training ground? Bakugo, we are fucking what?
Me, no shit.
Well, whatever happens, happens. The bus then suddenly came to halt. Aizawa, okay, listen up, we are making a toilet break here. I watched everyone stand up and leave, but since I refused to stand up, Toshi couldn't get out that easy as he had the window seat. Bakugo, you coming, nerd?
Me, no.
Toshi, why not? Me, do you see any toilets here or anything? We are in the middle of a road near a cliff. Bakugo, now that you mention it. Me, that was a cheap trick of him to get us out of the bus. My guess is that the training will start here. Toshi, well then I am not leaving the bus. Me, that is a good option. I won't either. Bakugo, well I am sticking with you guys, since you were never wrong until now. Me, shall we watch them? Bakugo, yeah, this will be fun. Me, well I am going to hide and stay low so that our homeroom caterpillar won't spot me immediately after he comes back. Toshi, wake me up when we are there. With that, we went to the last row. Toshi began laying down over 2 seats and I went to the row in front of him watching my classmates while staying low to the window. I didn't want to get spotted after all. Bakugo followed my advice and took the roof in front of me and did the same thing. It didn't take long to watch the other get transported down and Aizawa and the Wild Wild Pussycat laughing and coming back to our bus. Mandalay, you have some promising students there. Pixie Bob, Say how many are there in your class this year? Izawa? 20. Ragdoll, huh? I only counted 17. Izawa. Izuku. I know you are still here. Nope, I am not. I am thin air. You can't see me. Izawa. Don't make me go back. Me, fine. I stood up from where I was. If I didn't do that, he would most likely come back here and see Toshi and Bakugo. Izawa. Who's with you? Me, no one. Izawa. Kitten? Me. Can't you just turn a blind eye on us? Ragdoll. You guys are supposed to go out and find your way through the forest. Me. Don't forget that we need to fight the dirt monsters too. No thanks. I would rather stay here. Mandalay. Did you tell them what they were supposed to do?
Aizawa. No.
Me. I am not dumb. Like toiled break here in the middle of nowhere? As if, Tiger. Come on out. Me, you know I can easily defeat you 5 in matter of seconds. Why do I have to go out? Izawa, he is right there. I am not dealing with him today, so you can stay. Mandalay. WHA. Pixie Bob. No. You were supposed to go out and train. Me. Okay, fine. Ragdoll. Where are the other 2? Me. I don't know. Mandalay. That is a question, not an answer. Pixie Bob was then coming to my side and found Bakugo ducking their hiding and Hitoshi fast asleep. Pixie Bob. Found them. Bakugo. Oh, come on, old hag. Couldn't you fucking turn a blind eye on us? Aizawa-sensei said it's fine already. Me. Kakin. Don't anger her. Pixie Bob. Did you call me old hag just now? Me. Oh boy. Pixie Bob came to his side, grabbed him by his ear, and dragged him out of the bus. Me. Ouch, that looks like it hurt. Mandalay. Okay. The rest of you out now. Me. H.M. Mama? Ragdoll, what's up? Me. I am okay with going out, but my friend here is fast asleep, and he has insomnia. A good night's sleep is rare for him. Can you leave him be, please? Aizawa. I am honestly impressed that he didn't wake up from Bakugo screaming. Me. As I already said, he is fast asleep. Mandalay, well, it can't be helped. Me, okay. And with that, I surrender and left the bus. However, once I was outside, I saw Pixie Bob kick Bakugo in the ass so that he fell down the cliff. Me. Well, I am off now. See you all in a bit. With that, I jumped down the cliff and landed besides Bakugo. Me, you okay? Kakin? Bakugo? Yeah, me. Then shall we get going? Bakugo. Of fucking course. Me, how about we make this a race between us and them? Bakugo. Ha ha ha, I want to see their fucking faces. If they see us, they're waiting on them. Me, well then let's move. With that, I began leading the way to the house, and it surprised me, but we somehow managed to get there half an hour before the bus arrived. Hawks was already waiting for us. Hawks. Oh, as expected from you feathers. Congrats on being first. Me, thanks. Bakugo. Where the fuck are the others? Hawks. Oh, they took a wrong turn if you want to know where your other classmates are, and the bus had an accident and needs longer. Me. An accident? Hawks. Yeah, the motor stopped working. They needed to wait for the mechanic and are currently on their way here. Me, ha ha ha, that's for kicking us out of the bus. Hawks. Huh? Bakugo. Just ask the pussycats. Time skip brought to you by a violet cat sleeping through everything and only wakes up the moment they arrived at the house. After 2 hours of waiting, the rest of Class 1A arrived. Now that everyone was at the house, dinner was about to get ready. Everyone was way too tired to talk or do some stupid shit, and so we were all exhausted digging into our food. It was delicious, and it was a shame that they were cooking for us only this time, and we would need to make our food from tomorrow onwards. Mandalay. Kota, don't be so stubborn and help us out, will ya?
Kota. HMPF.
Since the teachers arrived, I was watching this boy, and I couldn't help but wonder what happened to him. Me. Hawks. Do you know what happened to the boy? Hawks. He lost his parents in a villain attack, but I don't know more than that. Ragdoll must have heard my question because she came to us. Ragdoll. After he lost his family, he for some reason began hating all heroes. We tried everything, but we don't know what to do anymore. It's sad to watch him be like that. Me, I see. I am so gonna talk to him. Maybe I can help him. Toshi. I know this look. You are going to help him, won't you? Me, yeah. I thought I might try and talk to him. Ragdoll. If you manage to help him, that would be more than great. Me, I will try it tomorrow. Looking around, I saw that he looked at us full of hatred. It was that kind of expression that no kid should have when they are seeing heroes. I couldn't let this pass me. I was Siren after all, and I wanted to create a better place, so I would for sure find a way to help him. Me. Say Hawks, what's up with the other heroes? I heard from Nezu that 3 more pros were supposed to come. Hawks. Ha! Funny story. Maruko, Sir Night-Eye, and Gran Torino should have come too, but Nezu told them not to in the last second. Thanks, Dadzu. I appreciate it. Me, I see. Hawks. Though it doesn't make any sense to me as to why would need so many in the first place. I mean, we have you, then there is me and Aizawa. The Pussycats can also fight really well, and I am sure your class is also pretty capable of handling themselves too. Bakugo, you can beat that chicken. Hawks. Stop calling me chicken, you angry Pomeranian. Bakugo, I am not a stupid Pomeranian. With that, these two began arguing, leaving me and Hitoshi laughing to ourselves. For a better future, today we were supposed to train our Quirk. A funny thing. How do you train a mutant Quirk or all of creation anyways? With that in mind, it thought that I was excused and went straight back to my room think on how I could help Kota. When all of the sudden my door was thrown open and Aizawa came in. Aizawa, what do you think you are doing? Me thinking of a way to help Kota. Aizawa, and why are you not training? Me, huh? Aizawa. You heard me right. He came to my side and grabbed me by my shirt and began dragging me outside of the room and in front of the Pussycats. Me, why am I here? Aizawa, I told you training. Me, how do you expect to train my Quirk exactly? Aizawa, not your Quirk. Me, you want me to fight Quirkless then? Aizawa, exactly. You will be training with me. Me. So in other words, you want me to teach you some cool tricks with your scarf, huh? Aizawa, more or less. Me, okay, and where are we training? Aizawa, right here in front of the others. Me, okay, just give the go and I am going to end this stupid battle. Hawks, oh, I am going to be the reverie. Me, okay. Hawks, okay, both parties get ready. I began to slightly stretch myself. Hawks 1. I saw Aizawa undoing his scarf. Hawks 2. This will be over in a second max. Hawks 3. Go. Aizawa POV. In one moment, I attacked Izuku with my scarf, and in the next one, I was laying down on the ground face first. What the heck? I could feel myself being enveloped in something, and although I loved being on the ground in order to sleep, this was not a situation I preferred since I clearly remembered attacking Izuku. Am I in my sleeping bag? How did I end up in it? Wait, no, where's my scarf? Dang it. This is not my sleeping bag. I tried to get out of it, but quickly realized that this was my scarf. I was wrapped up in my own scarf. How? All I could do was blink a few times and try to replicate what just happened, but nothing could explain what the frick just happened. Then I felt something pushing me down, and in the next moment, laughter filled the whole area. It was not Izuku who was laughing his ass of no. It was Hawks and all the members of the Pussycats that were laying on the ground. Me. And why are you laughing? Like crazy? It took some time for Hawks to stop laughing, stand up and come to my side. While he did that, I could clearly see Ragdoll taking a picture from us. Me. Was this really necessary? In the next moment, I felt a lot lighter. Izuku. Told you this will be over soon. I tried to get out of my own capture scarf and stand up, but it was too tightly wrapped up around me. Me. How the fuck did you even do that? Izuku, I can teach you how. It's really simple. Me. Please do. Took a good 15 minutes until I was free and I was confused on what just happened. Needless to say that I was impressed and proud of my son. Mandalay, Eraserhead, you need to see this. This is how he got you. She then showed me the picture she just took and my eyes widened at the sight of it. There was a picture of me tightly wrapped in my own scarf, laying on the ground. That wasn't all. Izuku had a foot on my back in order for me to not be able to stand up. He was forcing me to lay low and not move in a literal sense, and then he had one end of my scarf wrapped around his hand. This isn't normal. How the fuck did you get better in handling my scarf? You don't even train with this shit. It took me fucking 6 years to manage and control it. After I took a good look at the picture, I deleted it since she basically gave me the phone in my hand and I didn't want it to give her any blackmail material. Plus, it was embarrassing to say the least. Izuku. So we will need another person for me to teach you how I did that. Aizawa. Oh, I am sure Ragdoll wouldn't mind at all. Ragdoll. Say what? Aizawa. You took the picture and were quite fond of it. I am sure you are eager to experience it yourself, right? Ragdoll. Don't just twist reality like that. Izuku. Okay, so here is what you did. You threw the scarf at me and I caught one end and then pulled you towards me while also flinging your capture gear to the right. Then I used the moment to sidestep you and vanish from your sight and swooped you off the ground. And then I just used the grip and quickly but softly laid him down while also making it hard for him to stand up again. That is the basic understanding. Let me show it to you in slow-mo. It took me 2 hours to get what he told me and managed to do the same thing, but I still couldn't do it as fast as he did, which made me even more jealous than I already was. After 2 hours, I was done with my life. Nothing made any sense to me anymore, but I was eager to learn this move and use it on Zashi. Izuku's POV. After showing Dadzuwa 2 hours straight how my move worked, I left him with Ragdoll alone and erased my present to sneak out of there. It worked since no one saw me walk into the forest. Now all I had to do was find Kota and talk to him, but where could he be? I closed my eyes and began focusing on my hearing. It was sharp than ever, and once I began to focus, I was able to blend out everything until I heard his voice. Found you. Opening my eyes, I had a rough idea where he was, and so I began walking to where the boy could be. It was a cave on the edge of a small cliff. There I found the boy sitting and complaining to himself. In order not to scare him, I made my presence known and began talking to him. Me, what a beautiful view. Kota, what the heck are you doing here? Leave. Me, I could do that, but where is the fun in that? Kota, what do you want anyways? Me, I was just searching for a quiet place. You know, I experienced my own share of tragedies. Kota, you did? Me, you curious?
Kota? No.
That is a clearly lie. Me, you know not all heroes are bad.
Kota? No more.
They left me. Me, who? Kota. Are you dumb or what? Me, no. I know who you mean, but talking might help you. Kota, why do you want to help me? Me, because I know how it feels like to lose everything. Kota, no you don't. Me, I was born with a strong quirk, but my mother hated me for that. Kota, why would they hate you? Me, because my quirk was unique and my mom saw my real dad in it. She couldn't stand the thought of him leaving her. Kota, but you still had a good life with it. Me, oh how wrong you are. My mother and her new husband tortured me 8 years until they died in a tragic accident.
Kota? Tortured.
Me, yes. They cut me, burned me, beat me up and refused to give me food. Kota, that's horrible. Me, I know right. And the worst part is that I lived 8 years as quirkless because she hated my quirk.
Kota?
Me. After that, I decided to become a hero, but I was too young, and so I became Siren. Kota, you are Siren? Me, yes. Now, Kota, what you parents did was heroic, and I know it might look like they abandoned you, but they didn't. Kota, how come? Me, you see, just like I decided to become a hero to shape the future in order for other kids to not experience the same thing, they wanted to shape a better future for you to live in. It's tragic that they died, but in the end, they fought for your happiness. Kota, I never looked at it this way. Me, say Kota, what do you hate the most about heroes? Kota, they don't care what happened to the citizens or the victims of a villain fight. But I am wrong here since I heard stories about you helping them and getting them back to their feet. Me, not every hero is the same, but we fight for the same thing. A better future, and I am not saying to forgive anyone or stop hating them. I just want you to understand their perspective, and I am sure that your parents are watching over you in heaven. Kota, do you really believe heaven exists? Me, to tell you the truth, I would rather believe in reincarnations than heaven.
Kota? Who?
Me, you see, isn't it better to live a completely new life in a better future? Kota, you are right. I want to make a better future for them. And just like that, we sat there and talked the entire rest of the day. In the end, I could tell that he was now more open-minded about heroes. When we came back, none of the pussycats could believe what they saw. I was walking hand in hand with him back, talking and laughing about anything and everything. They then later told me that they haven't seen him laughing in quite the while, and they were all thanking me. Whereas all I did was telling him my story and what I fight for.
Surprise.
Dabi's POV. It was about time we went to the campsite and basically began to bring chaos to them. Izuku's plan was very simple. Get in, bring some chaos, bring some panic, and abduct him and some spiky Pomeranian with angry issues. Whatever that meant. After we got out new cloths, we were so happy, and he even included some weapons for us. It was as if he knew exactly what type of weapon every one of us needed and wanted. They were all carefully picked and designed after us. Everyone could tell that he put a lot of thoughts into it, and so everyone was in high spirit to fulfill the task he gave us to the best we could. No one of us wanted to let him down. That statement was a little bit wrong. No one of us could let him down. He was caring for us and gave us everything we need, including a home and a second chance. Stain. Everyone ready?
Love? Yeah.
Kurogyri. Then let's go and bring Siren back to us. With that, Kurogyri opened a portal and we went through. On the other side of the portal was a forest, and since Izuku gave us a map, we knew exactly where everyone was about to be. Me, I am going to get Izuku. Stain. Let me handle that. You don't even know where he is. Me, no, but he gave this job to me. Now back of and your part. Toga. But I want to be the one seeing Zuzu. Shigaraki. None of you mini-bosses deserve to find him. If anyone, then that would be me. Me, what did you say, Krusty? Shigaraki. You heard me, Firefly. Me. Oh, that's it. I was about to charge at him if not for Kurogyri teleporting me away from the group. Now I was in the middle of nowhere. Me. Oh, you goddamn smoke. Couldn't you at least give me some warning? Now that I was away from the group, I began heading to where Izuku told us he would be. Since his plan was depending on timing, I knew exactly where what would happen. My job was to get Izuku and the angry-ass fuck Pomeranian. Toga's task was to mix up the girls from Class 1A. Stain was to attack the heroes, while Shigaraki should target Class 1B with Vlad King and All Might with 3 Nomas. Took me 15 minutes to get to the point where we would meet up, and sure enough he was there. Izuku. Hey Dobby. Me, yo, what's up? Izuku. Nothing much. It was a hassle to come here after I touched Eraserhead a new trick with his scarf. He didn't want me to stop teaching him new tricks. He reminds me of a cat. Me. Speaking of cats, where is the devil? Izuku. At home with Nezu. Me, he can leave your side? Izuku. Yeah. After everyone found out that I am Siren, he kinda stopped following me around outside because I would not be in danger that much anymore. That's what he said anyways. Me. Ha ha ha, what a lie. Izuku. Anyways, Bakugo should be a little bit up ahead. Me. So why did you call him a Pomeranian with anger issues? Does he have a dog like Quirk? Izuku. Nah. His quirks are explosions, but he reminds me of a Pomeranian. Oh, and he does have angry issues, like he screams, die, every time he uses his quirk. Me. That sounds more like a villain than a hero. You sure he is in the right school? Izuku. Not sure either, but he has a big heart even if you can't see it at first. Me. Oh really? Izuku. Yep. Now let's go get him. With that, we began to approach a group of kids, and as soon as I saw them, I used my flames to split them apart and then grabbed Izuku and threw him on my shoulder as if he was a potato bag. Izuku. Heij. Me. SSSSHHH. I don't want them to think as you as a villain, so let me do this for you. Izuku. It's okay though. Me. No can do. If you don't stop struggling, I will hit you unconscious. Izuku. Fine. After that, I went out of the forest in sight of the kids, and the moment a blonde spiky-haired boy saw me with Izuku, he began charging at us with some explosions. That must have been the angry Pomeranian I heard off. Bakugo. What the fuck are you thinking on doing to my brother? Me, brother? Izuku, whispering, not by blood. Me. Ha ha ha, I used more off my flames, and then something happened. Someone was there. Someone I didn't expect. Me, what the? Ice was covering the floor and I could feel the coldness coming with it. However, it was not a problem for my blue flames.
Izuku, whispering surprise.
Now let me down. Me, nope. Izuku. I said let me down. As soon as I heard these words, my body stopped reacting to what I wanted to do and I felt the need of obeying him. Izuku. Thanks and sorry for using my quirk on you. Now stop fighting, all of you. Bakugo. Izuku? What the fuck is going on? Izuku. Shoto, stop with the ice. He is not a threat to us. I was so perplexed. Although there was only that spiky-haired boy and my little brother, this situation shouldn't have been like this. I was told that only the Pomeranian would be there. Izuku. Now that everyone calmed down, let me introduce you guys. Shoto, this is Tuya. Tuya, say hey to your little brother. Bakugo, what? Izuku. Kaken. Give them some space. Shoto. Be brother? Me. Shoto. You are alive. I thought you were dead, and not any sooner was I enveloped into a hug. Me, Shoto. Bakugo, what is going on? Izuku, we are getting kidnapped. Bakugo. Say freaking what? Izuku, we are getting kidnapped. Bakugo. Just why? Izuku, 2 reasons. 1. I have a plan too. Because I wanted to bring the brother together again. Shoto, thanks so much. Me. Izuku. Oop. I think I broke him. Bakugo. not only him. Look at Icy Hot. Izuku, huh? My little brother was in front of me crying and hugging me, not letting me go. Izuku, oh, now that you mention it. He shows emotions. Me IHM.
Izuku, dabi no.
Just accept it. Oh, and I am gonna call Kurogiri to get us out. With that, I was left to deal with my crying brother. It took me a solid 5 minutes to regain my conscience again and start calming him down. While I did that, Izuku called Kurogiri and sent him our coordination. I was not about to ask him how he knew them. After another 5 minutes, Kurogiri came and took us all back to the bar that we call Villain Lair. Izuku, looks like this was a success. Stain, yes, and I really thought that Eraserhead would be a formidable opponent, but he wasn't that hard to beat. Izuku, ouch, that must have hurt him. Stain, I also told them that we got you and the Pomeranian. Bakugo, I am not a fucking Pomeranian. Izuku, yeah, he is a dandelion. Bakugo, Izuku, Shiggy. PFFFFF.
Toga, ha 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 ha.
Stain, you should have seen that chicken flying towards you. Me, well, if you excuse me, I would like to catch up some time with my brother. Izuku, sure, do that. I mean, that was the whole reason I tricked you. XP. Shoto, I can't thank you enough, Izuku. With that, I began leading my little brother to my room while the others were talking about the opponents they faced. I had finally the time to talk with my brother, and I had nothing to fear too. This was the best gift Izuku could have given me. What just happened? Bakugo's POV. After Izuku's surprise kidnapping, I was left without a fucking word. I needed an explanation. I did get that he wanted to fucking reunite two brothers. That's just idiotic Deku for you, but why kidnap me? We were sitting in some kind of rundown bar, and I was honestly surprised to see the LOV members, including Stain and two others, acting so nice to Izuku. That left me wondering, what the lovely fuck in the world is going on here? Me, Izuku. Bro, what the fuck? Izuku. What do you mean Kakin? Me, why the freaking hell did you need to kidnap us? Izuku. Well, I didn't need to kidnap all of you, but I thought if the top 3 students from the hero class vanish, then they will certainly send All Might to get us. Me, I thought you hated that bitch.
Jev Oiji.
Me, then why the fuck are you doing this? Izuku, for one reason only. I want to get rid of All Might. Me, HUH. Izuku, you heard me right. Me, you are a freaking hero now.
Jev Azay.
Stain, and that's why he has us. Me, you fucking lost me. Izuku, I already told you about the LOV and me being Syrian, right? Me, yeah, and that alone freaking surprised me. Do you even fucking know how hard it was to socialize with idiots? Izuku, Abakakin, you looked like you had some fun with them. Me whispering I did. Izuku, see. Well, anyways, Toga and Dabi are the new members of LOV, and you already know what happened with Stain. Stain, yeah, lost a bet, and it was an interesting offer. Me, I don't know what I should be thinking about you anymore. Are you a freaking hero or a fucking villain? Toga, Zuzu is our hero. Me, Zuzu? Izuku. Yeah, that's how she likes to call me. Toga. It's cute. Me, Suzuzu, you villain or a hero? Izuku, nope. That just sounded wrong coming out of your mouth. Me, why Zuzu? Izuku. If you start calling me Zuzu, I am going to call you either a dandelion or a Pomeranian. Me. Don't you fucking dare. Izuku. Try me. Me, fine. I won't call you that way. Stain, do not joke around, he is a true hero. Kurogiri, definitely hero. Shigaraki, our titan is a hero by heart. Izuku, I am a hero as you can hear. Me, then what's with you being around villains? Izuku, well Kakin, you see, heroes are not allowed to do some dirty work and they are helping me. Me, villains help you? Izuku, well da. Me, but why? Izuku, I want to shape this society in more than one way. There are too many heroes that are only heroes in name because of the fame or the money, but they do not help the society at all. There are far too many people out there that needs help, and I want to help them all. I want a future where no kid will be discriminated because of their quirk, and no villain will be handled harshly because he was driven to do what he did. Me, I understand you wanting to help the society, but villains? Izuku, what, you never wondered how a villain was born? They are made by others. Some are forced to steal because they don't have money, others don't know another life because no one gave them a second chance or helped them back up after they spiraled down to where they are. Me, you are far too good for this world. Izuku, thanks. Me, so what's the fucking plan? Izuku, well, Nezu knows about this, and thanks to me having Hawk's Feather with me, he also knows where I am. Me, Nezu fucking knows and he approves? Izuku, well, be happy that he didn't just conquer the world because he wants that so badly. Me, never thought that freaking rat wants something like that. Izuku, oh, he does, and he had more than 666 plans to do that. I know because I saw them. He has a complete diary of it. Me, scary. Izuku, and besides that, Nezu also wants to get rid of him too. Me, wow. How many enemies did he make? Stain, one too many. Shigaraki, our Titan will be his last. Me, so Nezu knows we are here and what now? Izuku, we wait. Nezu will send a party to rescue us, but I have an escape plan ready for everyone and a surprise opponent for All Might. Me, you are now officially scarier than the rat. Izuku, ah, thanks Kaken. I try my best. Me, so what do we do? I am fucking bored out of my mind already. Toga, how about we play some games? Stain, anyone up for poker? Izuku, oh sure. Kurogiri, nope, you are not gonna play with us this time. Izuku, Saiwai? Kurogiri, last time you just won every single time and on top of that you didn't even cheat. Me, that good. Izuku, I can beat Nezu in chess, so poker is not a challenge for me. Me, you, what? The rest of the day we spend playing multiple card games where Izuku won every single time, and I slowly began to understand why they didn't want to let him play but be the referee for the game. Why did I know about this? Aizawa's POV. One day has passed since I last saw Izuku. While me, Mike and Hawks were freaking out, Nezu was enjoying his tea. That alone made me suspicious, and so I went to his office. Something was wrong, 2 students and my kitten was missing, and he is just sipping his tea. I was not a fool to not know that something was going on. Not bothering to even knock, I entered the room and was met with Nezu sipping tea with a smile on his face. Nezu, oh Aizawa, what a surprise seeing you here. Me, cut the crap out. You know something?
Nezu, Ido.
Me, yes you do. Nezu, and why do you think that? Me, he is your son and you are just sitting here sipping on your tea. Shouldn't you be freaking around like me and Mike or even Hawks? Nezu, no. There is no need for that. Me, and why is that? Nezu, because he kidnapped himself. Me, say what? Nezu, you heard me the first time. Me, I can't believe that. Nezu, you should. The LOV kidnapped him and the other 2 students. Me, LOV again. I swear to God he doesn't know when to end this. Nezu, oh he knows and I am eager to see how it will play out. Me, what is that supposed to mean? Nezu, I am sure you know that he has connection to the LOV, but he is their leader now and they are only acting upon his request. Me, freaking why? Is that kid so bored? Nezu, probably, but that is not the reason. We both know how much the Hero Society has changed since he made his appearance. Me, yeah, he gave Tsukachi a run for his money and he couldn't do shit at the end. Nezu, that and the Hero Commission has also changed. Me, you are right. Nezu, well, that's because me and Izuku are now on top of it. Me, why does this not surprise me? Nezu, he has sworn to himself to change our society to the better, and I want to see where he is going with that. It is clear to see that changes are already affecting us. Just look at the crime rate. It is below the minimum we had in over 50 years now. Me, it really is peaceful. Nezu, that's all thanks to Siren. Now all that is left is getting rid of the former number 1, the symbol of peace. Me, I can understand why you want to get rid of him, but it still won't be that easy. Nezu, break the old symbol and establish a new one that is his last mission before gaining what he seeks. Me, how will he break it? Nezu, I don't know it myself. All I know is that the LOV is helping him and that our task is to get a search party going, which we already have. Since he has Hawk's feather with him, I already told Hawks what is going on. Me, and that stupid chicken didn't tell us but instead played us. Ha, Nezu, yes indeed he has quite the actor skills. Nevertheless, it was upon my request. It is simply not the time to get them out of there yet. Me, in other words, he is safe and sound and you are enjoying the chaos. Nezu, indeed. Me, you are a freaking lunatic. Just wait till I tell Chio about this. Nezu, go ahead. By the time she finds me, everything will be over. Me, you sure about that? Nezu, oh why yes. I am not tired of life yet, so I will be safely hiding from her until Izuku returns. At that moment, the door to the principal's office was slammed open, and no other than Recovery Girl was standing there. Chio, not tired of life you say? Nezu, oh no. Chio, You had me worried about him even though you knew he was safe? Nezu, I can explain that. Chio, explain that to my freaking cane. I watched her walk over to Nezu and wanted to smack him, but the rat quickly ran away into the next vent system. She walked over to it and began shouting in it. Chio, you can run, but you can't hide forever. Nezu, yes I can. Me sigh. Chio, did you know too?
Me, no.
I walked in thinking it was strange for him to just sit there and sip some tea while Izuku was missing. Chio, my thoughts exactly. Later that day, I found a note on my desk from Nezu telling me that we will be attacking the LOV in a week's time and that we are about to fake fight them. With us, he meant me, Mike, Hawks, and Midnight, Snipe including All Might and Gran Torino. However, only me, Mike, and Hawks would know the truth. New Hope, third POV. The week passed very quickly, and it was the day for the heroes to go and rescue their students. Nezu somehow managed to hide from Recovery Girl until the last day and was currently standing with Aizawa, Mike, Hawks, Midnight, Snipe, Gran Torino, and All Might in front of the building. Of course, Satoshi and Hawks were told about what they would be doing, and once they heard that the LOV was involved, they knew that nothing was happening to Izuku. With that being said, Hitoshi somehow managed to get the class under control and not go out and search for him. He feared that they would get in between Izuku's plan. Izuku's POV. We were currently sitting in the bar. Me, Shoto, and Kaken were tied up and waiting for the heroes. The other members of the LOV also knew what was about to happen and were currently positioned in a way that they could escape very easily. Pizza delivery. How stupid can you be? Pizza delivery for real? Dabi, we didn't order anything. Oh, yes you did. With that, the door was thrown out of its position and All Might and the others came in. Just in that split second was needed for Shiggy, Dabi, and Stain to go to our side, grab us and run. Stain was the one carrying me. Shiggy had Bakugo and Dabi had Shoto, of course. All Might, not so fast. Fun fact, who do you think All Might went after, HM? Me, of fucking course. He smashed Stain against the wall, including myself, and went after the hero killer, not even caring if I would get hurt. Thanks to him throwing us against all the vine bottles, I did get hurt. Not only that, but our good vine was also gone. Once Stain saw that, he took his chance and attacked All Might while Aizawa ran to my side. I also saw Mike and Hawk's face fighting Toga and Dabi. Hawk somehow managed to get Shoto, which basically wasn't that hard since we were all on the same side. Shiggy was the only one still running away with Bakugo and managed to get outside until I heard some shots. Looking at the direction, I saw Bakugo being dropped to the ground and Shiggy backing away until Kurogiri teleported him away. Bakugo was now safe in the hands of the hero. Up until now, everything went basically according to my plan. Aizawa, you okay, kid? Me. This won't kill me, but it hurts like a bitch. Aizawa, what did you expect? You have some cuts and glass pieces in your skin while also getting disinfected by some good alcohol, I assume. Me, yeah, those were all good vine and vodka bottles. Most of them were just vine bottles, but we had some vodka bottles too because of Dabi. That guy apparently loved that shit after a bad day, and not only that, he loved putting it on fire and then throw at the next wall when he is drunk. Ever since then, everyone in the LOV began hiding the vodka behind all our vine bottles since they were so many and he didn't like to touch that stuff. No one of us would because it was Stain's and Mamajira's source of life. No one was tired of life yet and so they were untouched. Aizawa, come on, let's get you to Chio. Me, not yet. As if that was a clue, every LOV member that was still in the room began to sink in their own shadow. I knew this Quirk, it was all for ones and it was his turn next. After all, I promised him he would get his showdown with All Might and also told him I would help him beat that bitch. Aizawa, what the? Me, don't worry, everything is fine. Aizawa, kid, he tried to touch me but he couldn't. It was if there was a barrier around me and so me and the LOV members vanished and reappear close to the city. FO, Izuku, me, hey FO. I hope you are better now. FO, I am thanks to you. You know, my own doc couldn't get me fully back after my last fight with him. Me, well, he doesn't have all of creation. AFO, true, and it was a good decision to give it to you. I went to his side while the LOV, including Shigaraki and Kurogiri, were all together since it was their escape route out of there. Me, you really sure this is okay? AFO, I have seen enough of this world to know that it is my time. Me, I still feel bad about it. FO, don't be. I know that you will be taking care of me. Me, I will. FO, Now then looks like he arrived. Me, yeah, I was close to AFO as I was his hostage. We only did that because the media was following All Might and we didn't want to let them know that the LOV was connected to Siren. I was still feeling bad that it was me who would send AFO into prison. While I was thinking that, I watched All Might ran towards us and only stopping a couple of meters away. I was sure if there were no media, he wouldn't have even come into the first place. All Might. All for one. AFO. Long time no see. All Might. I will destroy you this time for good. FO. Ha. I would love to see you try. With that, an epic battle started. It was also Gran Torino that got me out of in between those two giants. Gran Torino. You good kid? Me, yeah. Gran Torino. Let's get you out of here. Me, wait, what about All Might? He can't face him. Gran Torino. Siren, there is nothing you can do against AFO. Me, but Gran Torino. Let's get you to Iazwa. He is already way too freaked out after you just disappeared in front of him. Me, okay. With that, I was lead a little bit away from the whole battle. I didn't need to watch the battle to know that All for One would win. I after all used my quirk on him and gave him one quirk named Copy and Store. In this quirk, I already gave him a couple of really good quirks that would help him against All Might. Not only that, but I also knew that All Might was weakened after I got One for All. That was at least what the past users told me in my dreams. I would meet with them regularly and talk about my experiences and other stuff like how the world was back then in their prime years. All in all Might had no chance, and not even 10 minutes later, a blood-curdled scream could be heard that basically forced me and Gran Torino to turn around. All Might was laying there on the ground and All for One had his heart in his hand.
Gross.
From all the possibilities to kill him, you decided to rip his heart out? That is way too bloody. I used this opportunity and looked at the LOV member, giving them the signal to disappear. Kurogiri immediately opened a portal and Stain began to push them through until they were all gone. After that, I ran towards All for One, ignoring Gran Torino's shouts. We were a good distance away and I wanted only to get closer, not fight him completely. I didn't want to injure the man any further, and so I began to sing. https://youtube.be/4q46xyqzq. Legends never die. When the world is calling you, can you hear them screaming out your name? The moment I started to sing, I could feel some light around me. It was warm, and in the next moment I saw 7 shadow-like creature, only that they were made of light, appearing around me. These people were the core of One for All. I knew them.
Legends never die.
They become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness, relentless, you survive. They were gathering around me in a circle and I was in the middle of it. I felt their support and everything. They were with me and we had one goal. They never lose hope when everything's cold and the fighting's near. It's deep in their bones, they'll run into smoke when the fire is fierce. Oh, pick yourself up. 'Cause I used my quirk and began to let All for One slowly fall to sleep. I didn't want to hurt him, and so I used the easiest tactic. There was not only that, but I decided to use my quirk to make a statement. One that people should not forget. Legends never die. When the world is calling you, the world is calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name?
Legends never die.
They become a part of you, they become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness. I knew that most of the heroes didn't have any wound, but I felt the need to reach out to their quirks to let them know that everything was fine. With that, I saw the 7 people started to morph into balls of light that were flying all around me and then dispersing towards everyone else.
Legends never die.
They're written down in eternity, but you'll never see the price it costs. Scars collected all their lives. The land we were currently on was a wasteland with no life at all. Mixing my quirk with all of creation, I began to give the earth below me some life. Green grass began spreading in an instant and the whole area way covered in it. Not only that, but flowers also began to bloom and All Might's body quickly began to wither to ashes. When everything's lost, they pick up their hearts and avenge defeat. Before it all starts, they suffer through harm just to touch a dream. Oh, pick yourself up. 'Cause it was time itself that I was manipulating. It was not dangerous for any living being since I only focused on the land before me. I wanted to say this is a new area. We will be there to protect you. Legends never die. When the world is calling you, when the world is calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name?
Legends never die.
They become a part of you, they become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness.
Legends never die.
I slowly turned around and watched Hawks land in on the grass. His wings were illuminating in a light he and every other person on the scene had the same light around them. I knew that they were not hurt. It was their quirk that I reached out and that responded to my voice. When the world is calling out your name, begging you to fight, pick yourself up once more. Pick yourself up. 'Cause I was close to finish my statement and the land was reborn, as was the Hero Society. This was a fresh start for everyone. I felt myself pushing through my limit. Never did I ever before used both quirks at the same time, and it was tiring but necessary. I wanted to let them know that a new symbol of peace was here, that no matter what happened, I would be always there for them. All they had to do was believe in me and call out.
Legends never die.
When the world is calling you, the world is calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name?
Legends never die.
They become a part of you, they become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness, legends never die. After I finished the song, I felt myself lose all the energy I had and collapse to the ground. Hawks was immediately there for me. Halls, Izuku, me so sleepy. Hawks smiled at me gently before picking me up and holding me tightly towards him. Hawks, then sleep feathers. I will be there for you when you wake up. I felt safe, and just like that, I began to fall asleep. The end and a new beginning. I woke up in my own room and I felt something soft against my skin. I didn't need to know what that was. The redness of them were a dead giveaway. Hawks was laying behind me and I could also see some violet from the corner of my eyes, meaning Toshi was also here with me. Not being able to resist any further, I began to pet his feathers. Hawks, morning feathers. Me, morning nuggets. Hawks, did you rest well? Me, yeah. Looking around, I saw that this was not my room as I thought it was. It looked close to it, but it was definitely not my room. Me, where are we? Hawks, in our new room. Me, our? Hawks, you were asleep for a whole week, feathers. Me and the lilac wallflower over there love you. Me, I love you too. Just like that, I began hugging him and laying a little bit on top of him. Hawks, well, we missed you and we also began worrying if you would ever wake up. Me, I was just so tired. Hitoshi, hey, don't just take him all for yourself. With that, I was pulled out of my hug and into another hug from behind, this time from Toshi. Hitoshi, good to have you back, Izu. Me, it's good to be back and I really appreciate both of you being with me. I love you both 3000. Hitoshi, we do too, and that's why we accepted each other. Hawks, we know that you can't be without us. Even though we might not like each other, we can still bear it and accept it if you are with us. Me, thanks guys. I felt as if I was the happiest person in the world just now. Not only did I love two persons, but both of them loved me back. Me, now where are we? This is not in your penthouse, is it?
Aux, no.
Nezu made a new house just for us. Me, Hudadzu did? Hitoshi, yeah, and the LOV are also here in another building in the forest part, safe and sound. Me, he really thought about everything. Hawks, thanks to you, no one besides All Might was killed or injured. Me, I never thought All for One would dispose of him like that. I mean, I wanted to get rid of him, but that was even too much for me. Hawks, agree on that one. Hitoshi, speaking of All for One, he is in Tartarus right now, but he has his own section where he is allowed to walk freely thanks to Nezu. Me, that's good to hear. Is Dadzawa okay? Hawks, Aizawa, and Yamada are also on UA grounds. Nezu established a home for them too. Me, really? Hitoshi, yeah. They were already here, but now they don't want to leave the ground knowing that you are the #1 hero. Me, I am? Hawks, of course you are. And let me tell you one thing. You looked like an angel. How did you even do that? Hitoshi, you gave life to a wasteland. I wished I was there. It looked so breathtaking in the TV. Me, I don't know myself. I just wished for it. I wanted to make a statement that this was only the beginning of a new area, and that was what happened. Hawks, of course you wanted that. You are Siren after all. With that, I was once again enveloped into a hug by both of them. Not only that, but both of them gave me a quick kiss on each of my cheeks and I felt my face heat up. I was definitely blushing. There was nothing I needed to do more. The LOV were safe and living a good life. The commission was under mine and Nezu's control. Everyone was safe and no one got injured, and on top of that, I had both persons that I loved the most by my side. What could I wish for more? This was my tale, and this was only the beginning of my area. An area where I would give my best in order for everyone to be safe and sound. No one should suffer from any quirk discrimination or any other kind of discrimination. This was me, my life, and the start of the greatest hero of all time, Siren. The end. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked the story. Let me know your feedback in the comments, and tell me when I should release the next part. Until then, peace.